Why Filipinos speak better English than most Asians. Picture this. You are walking through a crowded street in Manila. The traffic is noisy, jeepneys honk their horns, and vendors shout out their daily specials. Suddenly, you approach a local and ask for directions in English. Without hesitation, they respond in fluent English, and maybe even crack a joke while they're at it. You smile, surprised at how natural and confident the conversation feels. This is not a rare experience in the Philippines. In fact, it is quite common. Filipinos, regardless of background, are known for their ease in speaking English. Compared to other Asian countries where English is taught but rarely spoken, the Philippines stands out. It makes people wonder, why do Filipinos speak better English than most Asians? This is not a shallow observation. It is a topic that opens the door to a deeper story. The story involves colonization, education, media influence, economic survival, and cultural mindset. It is a journey through history, policy, and practice. More importantly, it is a story of how a country shaped its national character around a foreign language and turned it into an advantage. Today, we are diving into the real reasons why Filipinos have mastered English far better than many of their Asian neighbors. Chapter 1. A language planted by history. To understand the Filipino relationship with English, we need to go back to the early 1900s. After centuries under Spanish rule, the Philippines was handed over to the United States following the Treaty of Paris in 1898. Unlike Spain, which mostly imposed religion and culture, the Americans made language a central tool of governance. They wanted to build a public education system that would unite a fragmented archipelago. For that, they chose English. Thousands of American teachers known as the Thomasites were sent to the Philippines. Their job was to teach English to children across the islands. They opened schools and trained Filipino teachers who would continue spreading the language. In just a few decades, English was not only a subject in schools, it became the language of instruction. Courtrooms, newspapers, and government offices began using English. Even after independence in 1946, the language remained deeply rooted. It was no longer just the language of the colonizer. It had become a practical tool for progress. Chapter 2. Bilingual Education. As a standard. Today, the Philippines recognizes two official languages, Filipino and English. But the way English is used in daily life sets the country apart. In many other Asian countries, English is taught as a foreign language. Students memorize grammar and vocabulary, but rarely use it in actual conversation. In the Philippines, English is treated as a second language. It is woven into the fabric of daily life. From primary school to university, many subjects are taught in English. Science, math, and even professional courses like engineering and nursing use English as the medium of instruction. Court cases, government documents, and even job interviews are often conducted in English. It is not unusual for Filipinos to switch between English and their native languages in casual conversations. This code switching, often referred to as Taglish, is seen not as a flaw but as a normal and even clever way of communicating. Because children grow up exposed to both languages in school and media, they learn not only to understand English but to think in it. The education system encourages this dual fluency from a very young age. It is not simply about learning a new language, it is about living in two languages at once. This gives Filipinos an advantage that is hard to replicate elsewhere in Asia.